Hello everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. So I know what you're probably thinking, Alex, why are you trading backside? What is this? I know, it was a little sloppy, I gotta say, I shouldn't be trading backside, but believe it or not, I actually did some of my better trades on the backside today after the market opened because nothing else was happening that was good. I'll explain it later in this video when we talk about ABSI, but the real question you should be asking yourself is, how is Clove down again? 6%. It's down again. This ticker only goes down. It's ridiculous. I already got my max size in it. Otherwise, I would probably be buying a little bit more, around $3, but I don't know. Luckily, LMND, one of our swing trades, is finally popping in the right direction, so that's really nice. I don't know. I think we've hit some lows on these tech growth stocks, but anything's possible. I really don't know. The sell-off has been insane in the growth sector lately. So let's go to fills and check out what I'm up on today. So 248 fills, that's like average, I would say. That's right around my average. The problem was today, I feel like a broken record at this point. Just watch my last 4 recap videos. They cover this topic in and out from 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, those different time periods, front side, back side ranging. Everything is covered perfectly. And today, somehow, I just kind of made the same mistakes where I was a little bit late to the party on the front sides. And then I ended up giving back pretty much profit the rest of the day. It was a little bit of a frustrating day. I should have treated it a little bit more like a Friday bonus day, which I did at first, but then I just didn't walk away. I should have just stopped trading at 8 a.m. for real this time because, it's Friday after all. I don't really like doing that on a normal weekday, but on a Friday, the volume usually ends up drying up a little bit quicker. So Fridays are extra good to wrap up the day early. Okay, so what am I up today? It's hard to say. My average position size was a little bit all over the place, maybe 10K on average, and I don't think I did the best day, so maybe between 4 and 5%. So like an okay green day, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was up only 2-3%. So that's like $200, $300, $400. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, I'm actually up $600. Okay, that's actually better than I thought because I had, I think, 1 or 2 trades where I gave back $500 or $600. But then I made back a little bit, and I was kind of stuck in this area, and I think I had a little bit worse feeling for how I did than I guess actually did. And I think a big reason for that is a lot of my winners were very small size, and a lot of my losers were bigger size, which is like the worst combination, but sometimes that's how the cards fall, and that's definitely how it felt today. Okay, I'll take my $600 profit day. That's really more than I can ask for. So let's go ahead, review these tickers, and then celebrate the weekend because we all know after a long trading week, we are ready for it. MRIN, let's just start with this one. I'm up $74 on it. And I did really small trading on this ticker. I didn't really have high hopes for it. It actually ended up being one of the best tickers at the market open. I didn't actually trade it at the market open. I was so busy looking at ABSI at the market open. But anyway, this is a ticker we've traded in the past. It's on a massive backside and it's found big support around 320 or so. Software company, 16 million shares outstanding roughly and 68 million market cap. Looks like it has a catalyst here, integration with Amazon ads. You always, my favorite catalyst is usually collaboration with a larger company or the government. This isn't so much of a collaboration. This is kind of like wishy-washy news. I'm sure it doesn't take a big contract winner or something like that to integrate with Amazon ads. I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but it doesn't sound that awesome. Let's go to the 5-minute really quick and see how this one performed. So I had a huge move here, 45%. This was a nice little extended hours move, so it wasn't a pre-market move, which should have been around 4. That would have been a pre-market move. And we were talking about this a little bit in yesterday's video, how to trade top gainers pre-market. So I'm not going to focus so much on it in this recap video. But remember what we said, we're always looking for tickers to hold their highs, not really sell off more than 25% from former highs. And this one kind of did that, but it did break VWAP, which was right around this area. So you don't really want to see a big break of VWAP either. And that's kind of what happened. And then it was ranging and slash backside. And we had a few attempts for this ticker to start crawling higher. Pre-market, I tried one pullback here, but it's so weak, I instantly sold. That was a small scratch. And then we had a really nice red to green move, all of which I didn't really feel like I wanted to trade because I was mainly focused on a different ticker. But yeah, this was the ticker. Look at that big 5-minute candle and then another big 5-minute breakout. I should have just started paying attention to this ticker because this was clearly where the volume was at. So that was a big mistake on my end. I was focusing on tickers selling off, which was never a really good idea. Luckily, I did a few quick trades here, but smaller size, and there was no more continuation at $5. You can see on the daily there's big resistance here. So this ticker was pretty much dead before I jumped on it, so not much to talk about there. with ABSI, I'm up $160 on this, and it's really a shame because I should be up way, way, way more. Let's start with the daily. So backside ticker as well with big resistance above. So not a blue sky setup. Again, definitely watch that. How to trade top gainer stocks pre-market if you want a deep dive into more or less our 7 to 8 a.m. trading strategy. But let's keep going here. Life sciences company, 93 million shares outstanding and 746 million market cap. That's a kind of a large company. It's definitely well into a mid cap going into a large cap in my eyes, and 93 million shares outstanding is very, very high. I think their float was around 70 or so. And then catalyst here, collaboration with Merck. That's a pretty good catalyst. The problem with this company, it wasn't necessarily a small cap. Otherwise, it would have shot much, much harder. Zooming quickly into the 5 minute, you can see it was really, really struggling around this 930 zone. But that's fine. My mistake was not getting aggressive enough right at the market open, pre-market open at 7 a.m. because this was a good 30% move and I didn't really get any of that. So that was kind of frustrating. And I just realized we weren't on the 5 minute. Let me go to the 5 minute and yeah, it's Friday. I feel like on Fridays I make a lot of extra mistakes because, my mind's a little bit exhausted. I'm ready for some relaxation. I've been looking at tickers too long, so that's another reason it's always good to end Friday early. So yeah, here's that 7 a.m. and look at that nice little front side we had. That was that 30%. Then we had consolidation here. This is where I gave back a bunch of money. I traded a ranging pullback like a total buffoon. I really don't know why I did that. I was smart about it by getting a really conservative entry, but it still kept on flushing, and I did it with big size, and I took a big loser, like $400 or $500 loser, just like that. And I was like, that was so uncalled for. That was so unnecessary. I was definitely up over $1,000 profit, and just like that, gave a nice chunk back. So that was quite frustrating and unnecessary. Let's see how this looks like a little bit more on the 1 minute. 7 a.m. opens up. Boom, this ticker's trending really nice to the front side. Look at the 5 minute. We had a big breakout on the 5 minute over VWAP and the 90 EMA. So that was in this area and had a great 1 minute pullback as well. And this was a 7% move or so. We had a second breakout, around a 4% breakout. And then let me get these entries out of the way. And then we had another breakout here, about a 12% breakout. And then another breakout here, about a 6-7% breakout. Just like that, you could be up over 20-30% on the day. Obviously, that's like perfect case scenario, but I didn't get anything here. I think I walked away with like a 1% profit in this area. So totally missed this nice front side here. Then I started trading this range for no reason because I probably had FOMO, regret, and all that fun stuff. And then here again, it pops up during the range, and I trade this one, and it flushes here. I end up buying, and then I get stuck in the second flush. And we're talking with like $15,000, and this was like a 3% loss. So yeah, that was like a $500 loss roughly for pretty much no reason. And then I end up trading this backside, which actually worked out really well for me. The problem was I never was able to get my size. So there'd be a big sell-off, and I would get like 600 shares, and I would be a little bit too cautious. It would pop up, and I quickly would close it. Same happened pretty much over and over again. So I made some money on the backside, but it was never with enough size to really make a difference. So that after that big loss on ABSI, that was pretty much the nail in the coffin for that ticker. And yeah, there was an amazing opportunity at the market open for me to really make back my losses. So what I really should have been doing, and I say this all the time, get aggressive on that first initial front side from 7 to 8. That's where I usually make all my money. And then, especially on a Friday, better to walk away because volume dries up very, very quick on a Friday. Not always. I mean, there's always those, blue moon scenarios, but, I'm talking about most of the time. And then HGSH, let's go to this one. I'm up 390 on it, so that's, quite nice. Finally made a little bit of profit. Or I should say I kept my profit. I think that's bigger because I made profit on ABSI, not as much as I should have, but, I kept it. Real estate company here, 26 million shares outstanding, 64 million market cap. That's much nicer to see that. On the daily, though, this is a pretty ugly ticker. A lot of these failed spikes, but it is a former gapper, so people know this ticker, and it has that ability to spike, so that's good. Looks like this ticker is up on news that Papa John's wants to expand its presence in China. That's really interesting. Okay, well, let's go to the 5 minute and see how this one behaved on that news. And you can see that it had that nice initial run. Started pre-market a little bit earlier here, around 6, so before I could trade. But it had that move all the way to about 710 or so, 57%. So that was enough time to definitely get aggressive on this ticker if you wanted to. Unfortunately, by the time we're live up and running at 7 a.m. This ticker was kind of on that last pullback. I did a few scalpy trades here in this area and I was able to walk away green on it, just constantly focusing on the 5-minute and not really chasing anything, and that kept me alive on this for sure. I felt like at this point it was very, very dangerous to trade it, so I kind of walked away here, and you can see it ended up flushing. So this was a bit of a pennant pattern flag setup, but the volume was really falling off a cliff, so I didn't trade this area anymore. And yeah, I did one backside trade, which, you know, worked out a little bit, but again, my size was very small, so didn't really move the needle. Pretty much everything after 8 o'clock today, again, I just gave back profits on, which it's an old story, and I'm just wondering, when am I going to learn? I don't know if I'll ever learn, because in the back of my mind, I know that over a course of a year, I'm profitable, but, you know, the individual days, it's a tug of war for sure. And I even know that Fridays are especially bad. And I think a little bit of the reason why I'm extra disappointed with myself is because I traded that ranging pullback on ABSI, and that's always one of my least favorite setups. But for some reason, I sized into heaviest on my least favorite setup of the day on a ranging pullback, and I got slapped in the face for that, and I totally deserve that. So I'm a little bit disappointed on myself on this, and then not capitalizing on the front side as much as I should have. But other than that, you know, I guess I'm pretty happy for being up 600 on a Friday when I'm doing pretty bad trading. I mean, like, looking back, this is disappointing trading that I did. So hopefully next week I clean up a little bit with giving back so much profits, because this week was like the week of giving back profits. This is like all I did this week. I mean, I would make a lot of money, but I just constantly had these huge losers this week that kept me from having really nice profit days. Anyway, guys, I think we're gonna leave it at that. 2 must-watch videos, if you have not done so, is the How to Trade Top Gainer Stocks Pre-Market. That was yesterday's recap. I dive into the PDF, my checklist, a lot more, and then the monthly recap, if you have not done so as well, for December 2021. Been getting a lot of good feedback on both of those videos, so I'll make sure to link those here if I haven't done so already, and I will see you first thing Monday morning. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Consider subscribing if you're new. We'd love to have you part of this community, and like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.